When you were a child, a single summer felt like it could last forever. A few months felt like an entire lifetime. Every day was filled with something new, something unexpected, something worth remembering. But then, something changed. You grew older. And suddenly, time started moving differently. Weeks disappeared. Months passed in silence. One moment, you were welcoming a new year. And the next, you were standing at the end of it, wondering where all those days went. But here is the mystery. Time itself did not change. The clock was always moving at the same speed. So why does life feel faster as we age? The answer is not hidden in the world around us. It is hidden inside the most powerful tool humans have ever carried: the human brain. Because the brain does not experience time like a clock. It experiences time through moments, through memories, through experiences that leave a mark. And this strange ability comes from a much older story. A story that began thousands of generations ago. Long before cities, before technology, before modern life. Our ancestors lived in a world where every day was uncertain. A sound in the darkness could mean danger. A new path through the wilderness could lead to food or death. A strange plant could be medicine or poison. For early humans, noticing what was different was not just curiosity. It was survival. The brain evolved to pay special attention to new experiences, because new information could keep someone alive. And that ancient system is still working inside us today. Think about your childhood. Your first day at school. The first time you rode a bicycle. The first time you saw the ocean. The first journey to a place you had never seen before. Those moments felt powerful because they were completely new. Your brain recorded every detail. The sounds around you. The faces you saw. The emotions you felt. The little things you never forgot. A child's world is filled with discoveries. And when the brain is constantly discovering, time feels longer. Not because there were more hours in the day, but because there were more memories inside those hours. But adulthood changes everything. The world becomes familiar. The same roads. The same responsibilities. The same routines. The same places we see again and again. And slowly, the brain becomes efficient. It stops recording every tiny detail because it already knows what comes next. Your daily drive to work. The morning routine. The tasks you repeat hundreds of times. They pass quietly. The brain does not mark them as special. And when an entire year is filled with repeated moments, there are fewer powerful memories to look back on. That is why the years seem to disappear. Not because the days became shorter, but because fewer moments stood out. But there is another secret hidden inside this mystery. And it has everything to do with attention. A moment only becomes meaningful when we truly experience it. A memory is created when our mind is fully present. But in today's world, many people are physically living one moment, while mentally somewhere else. Eating while looking at a screen. Walking while checking notifications. Having a conversation while thinking about tomorrow. The body is there, but the mind has already moved away. And without realizing it, we lose pieces of our own lives. 1,000 hours can pass. But if the brain never truly noticed them, those hours can feel almost invisible. But the story does not end there. Because the human brain can still change. The secret is not stopping time. The secret is creating moments that make the brain pay attention again. This is why traveling often makes life feel slower. It does not matter if you travel across the world, or simply explore a place you have never visited before. A new environment wakes the brain up. New streets, new faces, new sounds, new challenges. Suddenly, your mind becomes alert again. And later, when you look back, a short journey can feel like a much bigger chapter of your life. The same thing happens when we learn something new. A new language, a new skill, a musical instrument. Something difficult that forces us to focus. At the beginning, every mistake matters. Every small improvement feels exciting. Every step becomes a memory. But once something becomes automatic, the brain stops giving it the same attention. And time begins to move faster again. This reveals one of the greatest mysteries of human life. The moments that feel shortest while we are living them are often the moments that become the biggest memories later. A beautiful adventure can end too quickly. A meaningful conversation can feel like it lasted only minutes. A new experience can disappear before we are ready. But years spent repeating the same pattern can vanish almost completely. Because the human brain was never designed to make life feel long through comfort alone. It makes life feel long through discovery, through curiosity, through challenges, through moments that break the ordinary. Our ancestors survived because they noticed what was different. They remembered unfamiliar places. They remembered dangers. They remembered discoveries. That same ancient brain is still inside us. And maybe the secret to slowing down time is not fighting against aging. Maybe it is returning to the mindset we had when we were young. The mindset that asked questions. The mindset that explored. The mindset that saw ordinary things as something amazing. We cannot go back to being 8 years old. We cannot stop the clock. But we can create more moments that feel like the first time. Because perhaps the closest thing humanity has ever discovered to slowing time is learning how to truly experience it. And maybe the closest thing humanity has ever discovered to slowing time is learning how to truly experience it. But now I want to ask you something. When you look back at your life, which moment feels like it lasted forever, even though it was only a short time? Was it a childhood memory? A special journey? A person you met? Or a moment you will never forget? Share your answer in the comments. Because every person carries a different memory of time. And your story might remind someone else of a moment they thought they had forgotten.